just one volleyball match you wouldn't want to miss, that would be today. Welcome to the Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association Bronze Medal Match and Game 2 of our finals. Ako po si Quinn Berkhorse, kasama ko po mamaya sina Jeland Lim at Hans Galerias, our second and third member of the panel. We're coming to you live here at the home of the Paro-Paro Festival, Dasmariñas City. Kaya kung wala po kayong gagawin this Sunday afternoon, I am inviting you to come here with a 5,000 sitting capacity dito sa Dasmariñas City Arena. For sure, you'll be able to enjoy our first match, the bronze medal match between the Quezon Tangerines versus the Negros ICC Mega-Wide Blue Hawks. At hindi pa po nagtatapos dyan ng ating araw dahil masasaksihan din natin ang bakbakan para sa finals nitong Game 2 sa pagitan ng Benyan Tatakjal Arellano University Lady Chiefs versus the host team, the Dasmariñas City Monarchs. What a fun way to celebrate and spend your Sunday ngayong linggo na ito. Kaya punta na po kayo dito sa Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association. Aabangan po namin kayo because today, it's not about what went wrong, but who finishes stronger. You can catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusup.com. Your game, your community. So join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partner, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Again guys, kung hindi nyo po kayang magpunta dito, manood po kayo sa pusup.com. Pero sinasabi ko sa inyo, mas magandang makasama namin kayo dito. As they say, the more the merrier. We'll be waiting for you dahil ang aksyon ay hindi natatapos ngayong araw.
In what seemed to be one of the most competitive seasons. Again, dito mismo sa Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association, we will make another visit at the Dasmariñas Arena to witness more greatness from a team that has fallen short of a back-to-back finals appearance kontra sa isang kupunan na gustong magbalik sa podium finish after quite a while. It's Adi Caparal kontra kay Aya Dinsing. It's Negros going up against Quezon para sa ating bronze medal match of your Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association Season 2. My name is Hans Galeria. Joined by me is of course Jeland Lim. Jeland, this is such a moment para sa ating dalawang teams. Their journey may have fallen short, but it is definitely far from over.
Definitely, here in this battle for bronze, parang ika nga, it's a fresh start for both of them. One team coming off, well, two heartbreaking losses. One team that just fell short of defending their title, but we will see today if they can reach that podium that they are surely both hungry for.
Just like what Quinn Berkhorse, our third member of the crew, has mentioned kanina, it's about finishing strong and who will finish stronger to get that bronze medal. Unahin natin ang Negros towards their journey. Hindi lamang pagdating sa ating season, pero pagdating na rin sa ating semis. They did not get the result that they've wanted kontra sa kupunan ng Dasmariñas, but they continued to show out that even with a young squad, they can compete.
Kung titingnan nga natin yung performance ng Negros, where they were the 4th ranking here in the tournament, and we can see naman that they do have some top performers. Nabanggit mo na nga si Adi Caparal dito, and dito nga sa ating mga semifinals result, well, they both lost the matches against the top seed, Dasmariñas. Pero may kita naman natin that they did manage to get set 1 in game 2, although they did fall short, and they didn't really finish as well as they would have wanted with those 6 points in the 4th set. Pero as we said nga, this is a new team that they're facing, this is a new round, and they have the chance nga to return to that podium after their inaugural season finals.
Out of the 4 games that they've competed in, halos dalawa doon nadala nila to a set number 4 or maybe even a set number number 5, and that was because of Andrea Caparal. Yung nakita ninyong manlalaro throughout your screens, and Adi has been such a shining or a silver lining para sa kupunan ng Negros.
Yes, that is so true. May kita naman natin that Adi is really such a standout. In fact, she had 235 total points in all 14 matches ng preliminary rounds. And ito pa, ang average niya per match was 16.8 points. Then that's just per match. Grabe talaga. Pero dito sa semifinals game, may kita natin, humataw siya sa game 2. Bumawi siya from her 7 points in game 1 to score double digits and get 14 points, 12 attacks, 2 blocks in game 2.
So both games quite lower yung kanyang naging mga scoring compared to her usual averages. We hope to see a little bit more from her sa laban na ito, because as of this moment, we'll know about her, Negros, together with Quinn Barcarce.
Sixth place, tinabaho nila ang 7th place. 6th place, ngayon nasa 4th place sila. Bakit hindi pa nila kunin itong 3rd place? Yan ang sabi ni Mama Aito Tanes kanina. Pinakita nila starting the season, nagsimula man daw sila ng mabagal. Ngayon, ilalaban na nila ito all out. At anuman daw po ang gawin nila ngayong araw sa laban nila against Quezon Tangerines, they will do it all for the glory of God. Hans and Jolan.
Maraming salamat, Quinn Barcarce, for that no holding back mula sa kupunan ng Negros. Immaculada mega wide as they looked to make it back into the podium kontra sa isang kupunan that again have quite fallen short from their recent stint dito sa Season 2. But again, it is not yet over. Quezon Tangerines looking to get that bronze medal for themselves.
Well, dito nga sa Quezon Tangerines, if we look at their semifinals performance, well, they did manage to extend it to a Game 3 versus itong ang Binyan Tatak Gel. Game 1, medyo natalo sila. Game 2, humataw sila with that 3-0 win. Tapos dito nga sa Game 3, and nagka-reverse sweep sila. But I think they will use that fire, that motivation. After all, they have been champions before, and they surely know how to channel those winning ways here yet again as they seek that podium finish to end their season with still a strong finish.
You know, Jaland, it's always been absolute cinema whenever Binyan and Quezon faced off against each other, but it's the former that will be advancing into the finals. Pero ganun pa man, hindi natin maitatanggi that there's been a lot of contributing factors to what has been still a successful season para sa kupunan ng Quezon, and that is through Zam Nolasco.
And speaking of a successful season, definitely Zam Nolasco, even after this game, ano man ang resulta, she can walk away from this with her head held high. Dito pa lang sa semifinals, she has scored an average of 15.3 points per match. Grabe, napaka-consistent talaga itong ni Zam. She's such a tower, but also she doesn't just let her height speak for itself, but her performance, her drive, her grit talaga is really there. And definitely, we will see her repeat that performance, hopefully, today.
Kung yung Negros trinabaho nila from being at the lower part ng ating standings, I wonder what Quezon's mindset is heading into this match. We'll know more about Quezon Tangerines through Quinn Barcarce once more.
Bronze medal match na, pero when I visited the dugout nitong Quezon Tangerines, ramdam pa rin ang kanilang semifinals Game 3 heartbreak. When I talked to their team captain, Jessa Dorog, sabi niya, part daw talaga ito ng laro. Minsan nananalo, minsan natatalo, pero hindi daw talaga maitatago na masakit pa rin. Ngayong araw ay hindi rin siya makakapaglaro dahil sa kanyang iniindang sakit since last week. Pero sabi niya, tiwala siya sa sistemang nabuo nila, tiwala siya sa bawat isa, at kung ano man ang ipapakita ng Quezon Tangerines ngayon, for sure, it's something they will be proud of. Hans and Jolan.
Muli, maraming salamat, Quinn, for that one. Tila ba yung game number 3 kontra sa Binyan ng kanilang multo, and they hope to, get over past that sa kanilang magiging laban ngayon. The goal is, again, to finish strong, and for you guys to catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusop.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners, Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Jelan, quick thoughts about this match before we toss it away.
Well, ngayon nga, we are seeing two definitely hungry teams. One aims to go back to the podium. One aims nga to still finish strong despite falling for a double back-to-back championship. Pero we will again see if both teams can step up because we have mentioned some key players from both teams. Pero alam naman natin that these are both very capable lineups and may kita lang talaga natin who wants it more and who will really come out on top.
Kaninong kupunan ang mananaig? Will it be the Quezon Tangerines or will it be the Negros Immaculada Mega Wide? Magbabalik ang MPVA Season 2 para sa inyong bronze medal match.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Play games with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play games with Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
To the city of Dasmariñas Arena in Dasmariñas City, Cavite. This is Manny Pacquiao's Maharlika Pilipinas Volleyball Association on Liga para sa lahat. Our game on hand right now is the bronze medal match between the Negros Immaculada Mega Wide Blue Hawks against the Quezon Tangerines. Now it's time to meet our participants for today's game. Now, participants for the Quezon Tangerines. Team Captain, number 1, Chin Basarte. Their first libero is number 5, Fiona Gatigay. Her teammates, number 2, Cams Bartolome. Number 6, Sen Basilio.
Rising up, back on the street.
Number 9, Aya Dense.
My chances, with the distance now.
Number 12, Ashley Asses.
fight just to keep them alive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight.
Number 14, Ye Rojo.
Our rival, and the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and his word to us always be
Number 16, Kai Katarig.
face to face out in the heat. Hanging tough,
Number 18, Christy Undangan.
they stack the odds, still we take to the street for the kill with the skill to survive. It's the
Number 19, Amakatai.
thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival, and the last known survivor stalks
Number 21, Sam Mulasco.
to us always the eye of the tiger.
Number 23, Claire Castillo.
Rising up, straight to the top. Have the guts, got the glory.
And their second libero is number 4, May Tomas.
Stop, just a man and his will to survive. It's the eye of the tiger. It's the
Now it's time to meet their opponents, the Negros Immaculada Mega White Bullhawks. Led by team captain number 8, Ira Tutanes. Their first libero is number 5, Shekina Barredo.
I get up, and nothing gets
Let's meet their teammates. Number 2, Adi Cabral.
I've seen the toughest around, and I know
Number 3, Jill Moraga.
you got to roll with the punches and get to what's real.
Number 4, Fifi Casera.
Here I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've seen.
Number 7, Sheila Lopez.
Might as well jump, jump. Might as well jump,
Number 9, Sam Catamora.
jump, jump. Go ahead and jump. Oh,
Number 10, Kaylee Cosme.
you say you don't know, you won't know until you begin.
Number 11, Irish Besmonte.
Can't you see me standing here? I got my back against the wrecking machine. I ain't the worst that you've
Number
seen.
15, J.L. Bravo.
Can't you see what I mean? Ow, might as well jump, jump.
Number 16, Joren Siazon.
Might as well jump, jump.
Number 17, Graciela Libre. Number 18, Cara Tamoy. Number 12, their second libero, Quizna Pique. Presenting our officials for match number 63. First referee, Mr. Paul Framil. Second referee, Mr. Michael Tero.
You say, hey baby, I'll take you for a ride. Let's get together, work it all night. I'll be your lover, your sexy affair. I'll make you feel like heaven is near.
Now let's meet the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Negros Immaculada Megawide Bullhawks. Led by team captain, setter number 8, Aina Tutanes. Outside hitter number 2, Adi Caparal. Middle blocker number 3, Jill Muraga. Outside hitter number 4, Fifi Casera. Opposite hitter number 7, Jilla Lopez. Middle blocker number 9, Sam Catamora. And their starting libero is number 5, Shekina Barredo. The coach for Negros is Don Baroga. Now let's meet the starters for the Quezon Tangerines. Middle blocker number 2, Camps Bartolome. Center number 6, Sen Basilio. Opposite hitter number 9, Ayan Lindsay. Outside hitter number 11, Kai Liases. Another outside hitter number 12, Ash Liases. Middle blocker number 21, Sam Nolasco. And their starting libero is number 5, Fiona Gitigay. The coach for Quezon is Jerry D.
Here are the starting lineups para sa Quezon Tangerines. It's Nolasco, Bartolome, the Lieses twins, Dinsing, Gitigan, with Basilio now holding the helm as the setter. Para naman sa Negros, it's the usual Tutanes, Moraga, Catamora, Caparal, Casera, Lopez, and Barredo for the Blue Hawks. This is the bronze medal match to determine who will be landing at the 3rd spot overall para sa ating MPVA Season 2. Months of action, months of competitive volleyball, and now for both of these teams, this is the end of the line. One can go very well, the other can go not so well, but it's 3 or 4 either way.
Indeed, because this is a do or die. It's not like our gold medal match na best of 3 dito, no? Dito talaga, whoever takes this in a best of 3 format, sila na talaga yung bronze. So really, they have to give it their all in this match kasi no second chances eh.
And you're right about that. Yung kanina din na tinatanong natin on whether or not Coach Jerry Lee is gonna be here. In fact, he was. So till the end, he wants to be able to lead the ladies towards another achievement, because being part of the podium is still an achievement in itself as we start this game. Both teams starting off a little slow here with their first spikes not being as effective. Now to Dinsing. Great effort from Barredo to keep that alive. Aya again. Nobody home to get that first point.
For a second there, I thought the ball was actually going out. Pero I guess that doesn't even matter now because either way, na-convert naman nga ng Quezon Tangerines into a point. Courtesy, of course, of Rhea Dinsing. Talagang really a force to be reckoned with. And definitely mag-iinit pa siya. This is just the beginning.
Minor adjustment, but just a little too much on that approach. That's 2 straight points para sa Quezon.
Medyo baka nandito pa nga yung mga nerves, ano? Both of these teams like standing at the end of a cliff.
Yung stretching, no? Baka hindi pa na-adjust yung muscles ng puro. Yung ideya na gusto nila na malakas. Here's a strong spike. Bartolome with the counter-attack. That's how we do it.
Really, that ball was just really too quick. Galing talaga ng connection talaga nitong Quezon Tangerines. As we can see, hindi nga tumalon yung set. Talagang really just right into the hands of that attacker and just really slamming that ball down.
Basilio with a good delivery, just because the delivery to her was also great. Now it's Ira's turn, but that was mistimed. And Negros off to not the best start here. Quezon has 4.
Kung kanina nga na-highlight yung kagandahan ng set nitong Quezon Tangerines dito naman, nagka-miscommunication on the side of the Negros Blue Hawks.
But that goes out. So because of that error, Negros will finally get their first point in this game.
Palitan ng errors for the last 2 points nga dito.
Thought continues with Singh. Just you understand how experienced she already is just because of the attempts na ginagawa niyo all throughout the season.
Her adjustment right there to hit that ball, medyo umatras siya to get to the set, but still, she delivered the point.
Kasi lagi naman na hindi kailangan na puwersado. But that one wasn't forced at all as Adi's on the board.
Right as you said it, narinig ka nga ata nitong Negros Blue Hawks, and hindi po narasin, really just great placement right smack dab in the middle of the court.
And to be fair, I think that was her first touch too. With that spike, not really a lot of attempts here for Adi. Hopefully that's changed over this one as a free ball almost given. Stoppage of play as the ball goes wide. Jilan, there's been a total of 3 points na na-produce ng Quezon. 3 of those ay bigay ng Negros.
Really, if Negros really wants to catch up and go against these defending champions for that shot of the bronze, they have to minimize their errors.
Ira goes to Adi. That's been the idea, but it is denied by Nolasco, Dinsing, and Quezon.
Ayun na nga, sinasabi natin, these 2 key players that we were talking about at the pre-game. Itong si Adi blocked by Nolasco there. She knew that Negros was going to rely na on Caparal in this bronze medal match. And we will see if talagang babantayan nga ba talaga ng Quezon Tangerines at the net.
You talked about guarding at the net. There it was. The guardian of the net, that's Sam Nolasco, getting another point and getting a comfortable lead. Itong Quezon kontra sa Negros. 82 in this timeout.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Also special thanks to Fiber Place, unlimited fiber internet.
From hugot-hugot lang in the past seasons, Adi Caparal is now surely one of Team Negros ICC's key players. From starting her MPVA journey to now, she shares to me paanong nagbago ang attitude niya. And now, she is more courageous, sabi niya. For Adi, this league isn't only about the medal or trophy they'll win, but the personal improvement she was able to achieve. As they head on to this match, the eagerness to win was also evident, to which she says, gustong-gusto naming makatungtong sa podium. Something even Coach Jussie feels the same. Hansen Jalan.
And I'm happy to know, Quinn, that all of Negros is currently on the same page. It's just that they're facing the champions of Season 1 and they have been starting off so strong with Nolasco scoring.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the last 3 points of Quezon Tangerines were all made by the same person, and that is Zam Nolasco.
I mean, going back to what Quinn was talking about kanina, itong si Adi Caparal, she's only shown us like yung raw potential, the raw talent. And I think that was right on cue.
Exactly. That was Caparal going up for that block. Just hands straight up in the air. Parang naririnig nga ata talaga tayo mga players, ano? Right as we say it.
Minsan may ganun talaga eh. But hey, that's 2 straight points. An ace. Galing kay Jella Lopez to cut the lead down to 5. Negros finally getting something going.
First ace of the match as well.
Very much helpful if they can continue, and unfortunately, that stops right there as Jella goes long.
Ganda ng intention doon. She was clearly aiming for that end line, ano, that parang line of uncertainty na hindi alam ng mga players papasok ba or hindi. Pero unfortunately, that time it did go a bit long.
Kadalasan kasi pinapabayaan na yun pag ganun eh. Pero ito,
Teka lang, hands volleyball yung usapan dito, ah.
uy, masaya naman ako. Teka lang, ito, error. Ibalik natin dito. Kasi ang ganap, ayun pala yung net touch, sabi ko sa'yo, Jelante. Diba? Yan, hindi nila pinabayaan. Sure ball. Kasi bantay sarado si Adi, but that was an error coming in from them. Ooh, that was saved. Casera was denied. How about a back? Now to Ash or Kyle. Either way, that was Alieses scoring.
During that rally talaga, we could see both teams scrambling for that ball. Pero really, Kyle Yesas with the composure to really approach that ball. Really time her spike well para tumama nga dun sa hands of the blockers to get a block out.
Ooh, that was close. We're talking about 50-50s. And I think Kyle was willing to take the gamble, just didn't go in her favor.
Clearly was aiming for that corner pocket nga doon. Pero again, good intentions. Pero usually kapag ganitong start of the match, players are still adjusting their serves because it is a new venue. The lighting really messes up your perception of the court and placement.
And if you also have Sam Nolasco at the front, if you're Negros, it's gonna mess you up right at the front lines, right? I don't know what happens, but Sam Nolasco's always at front.
As we've said nga, Sam Nolasco doesn't just have the height, pero yung talagang tiyaga niya to really go up for every ball that she sees.
Goes to Casera. That was straight to Zam. And Fima finally on the board.
Fima with that great cross court there. Quezon ready to defend, pero medyo hindi lang yung placement ng mga defenders were not as sakto as you would have wanted them to be.
That was Barredo with a precise place to be second time around. This is a free ball. Basilio goes to Ash, denied. And that is the Negros wall coming into fruition.
For Negros, if you can notice, talagang their blockers, usually dalawa sila nagpe-pair up. You either have two-woman or three-woman blocks right there. Because if you can see, they don't really have the advantage in height if you have players like Zam Nolasco on the Quezon City side. Also, Rhea Dancing with the height there. Pero when you combine naman talaga and you get that sink dun sa jump nila, you can also put up a very fierce wall.
Kailangan daigin mo sa timing. Aya timed that well. They go to Casera, who breaks the wall the second time around.
Galing, she saw those blockers in front of her, pero wala ka ba? Still really went for that.
Just giving us a little bit of everything. Parang bitin pa nga yung talon niya dun eh.
Nag-adjust pa siya.
Oh, you gotta love the fight here from Negros. Crawling their way back into this game. Ash. Can't buy it. Ball still alive. Casera na naman. To the other side goes Fima.
Really, she's been so effective there on that left side, giving us cross courts, giving us those powerful spikes. And we will see if kanina we were talking about Caparal leading the team, pero mukhang someone else is stepping up to help them cinch that bronze.
Adi, itabi mo. Ako na muna, says Fima. Dahil si Adi ang nakatoka sa depensa dito over the first few possessions. Ball still alive. Bartolome. Adi again. Oh, that was not the best set there. Ash. Nobody home in the middle.
Again, as you said, it's not always about power, pero placement. That power tip by Ash Lieses. Really just going to the middle of the court kung saan hindi easily maabot talaga. If you make one wrong move, hindi mo na talaga maaabot yung that kind of placement on the court.
And it's been all about placement so far in the first 24 points of this game. That was Jella Lopez this time.
We're really seeing like a lot of players stepping up on the Negros side. We've been hearing a lot of names coming up and putting themselves on the scoreboard.
They go right in the middle for the Sing, facing a triple block. This is now a ball awarded to Negros, and Caparal is gonna be putting the points away.
Caparal with that lovely push, just landing right on the sideline actually. Quezon, nang hinayang talaga sila doon kasi
Oh! Dylan, wag kang mumurap. It's an ace again, and we are all tied up at 13 points.
And that is again by Fima. She really is making her mark here in set 1 of our bronze medal match.
We're off to a great start, Dylan. Set 1 looking to be a good watch, especially for those watching at Pilipinas Live as Caparal. That is 4 straight points for Negros.
We are seeing Negros really finding their groove in the form of yun nga si Fima and si Caparal. Meanwhile, itong si Quezon Tangerines, there's hesitancy in their movements. They go for it, pero yung follow-through nila, the commitment to really getting that ball up and still in play is not exactly there at the moment.
Plus the floor defense also there, quite active. Si Fima naman ngayon ang tumotodo, save. This is a free ball right away. Ira chooses Adi. Triple block is effective. They go the other side, blocked. That was a set that worked better for Ash Deses.
Ashley SS with that awareness to just swing that ball down. Usually sa ganyan mga long rallies, you're very frazzled. Like the chaos is there, pero Ash really kept the cool head. She saw the set going over to their side and sabi niya, sige, kahit hindi setter ko yan, thank you
Regalo. Kumbaga yan yung anong tawag doon? Yung parang exchange gift pero hindi mo alam kung sino yung re-regaluhan mo. It kind of is like that.
White elephant ba yun?
Yun ata yun. I think that's it. Sabi na may elephant yun eh. Oh!
And the elephant in the room for Quezon
Yes,
has
we can-
been that hesitancy.
We cannot deny the elephant in the room. Oh, that's a rare miss. Galing dito sa Quezon. Jilan, this is both teams playing without pressure at all. And this is what they can do with no weight on their shoulders.
Exactly. Talagang nothing to lose, everything to win at this point. Although arguably, I would say Negros is playing more relaxedly. Talagang Quezon at this point, may konting nerves pa eh. They don't want to lose this, I know, because they do have that reigning champion.
But he also got the reigning fighting spirit. Galing sa Negros as Adi puts one away right at the back. And it is the Blue Hawks leading by 2 kontra sa Quezon.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Family projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusopi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. You are still watching MPVA Season 2. Hans Galeria, Jelan Lim, and of course Quentin Garcia at courtside. Jelan, this has been a treat. And we aren't even halfway into this game.
Exactly. Parang bagong Negros ito. This is not the Negros that we saw in the semifinals.
Oh, what a save. Still keeping it alive. Also, Chen Basarte, nakapasok na rin dyan. Para sa Quezon. Chooses Clydel. Esmonte, great save. They go to Katarig again. Ira floats. Aya takes. Look at the fight between these two teams. That goes out. The lift did not work well so far.
That ball just going out. The set not ideal. Well, they tried to make the most out of it and knows naman na hindi pinabayaan lang yung ball. Pero, ayun nga, that push, that lift rather, just not working in their favor.
Bartolome is denied. Katarig wasn't, but they were ready for the reception, and instead, Lopez made it harder. Caparal didn't need to hit it stronger for another point.
Negros is rallying here talaga. The block, really, throwing the trajectory of that ball off. Naka-ready yung defender sa likod, pero because nga of the changed trajectory of the touch. Although, of course, syempre, you want to get as much touches as possible, but sometimes things like that happen.
This has been such a great outing, specifically for Adi Caparal na nung una hindi natin masyadong nakita, umabot ng 8 points, tapos hindi pa siya nakakahawak ng bola, and then scoring 6 right away out of the 18 Negros points.
I think the question now for Adi, and mukhang hindi malayo, is if she can replicate yung output niya in preliminary matches with about 16 points per match on average.
And here's another question, if she can exceed that. But so far, you know what? Aya says, I can also add up to the tally.
That was then Singh using her height there to just push the ball down. And again, we're not seeing a lot of really powerful spikes here right now, but we're seeing a lot of power tips, just good ball placements. And so far, it has been working for both sides.
Just some smart plays. Galing sa kanila. You were looking for a power play, Jeland. Here's a power play you need.
Thank you, Adi Caparal.
I mean, that was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now, Jeland. Please continue.
Grabe na cross-court spike from Caparal. We've been seeing so many variations from her. Kanina, she just hasn't scored off of it yet, but she was also doing a lot of pipes. Nil back attacks, and maybe we will see her score off one later because it looks like hindi pipigilan Negros na ibigay sa kanyang bola.
Now it's Karatamon subbing in para kay Ira Tutanes. Katarig also uses the blockers for another point.
Katarig there with that middle attack. Negros seeing that coming because on that attack, siya lang naman actually yung tumalon to attack, pero medyo Negros just caught flat-footed there.
Oof. I mean, Aya missing on that one as Coach Jerry had to look back to the bench kasi parang kahit siya nasaktan, napakamot sa hindi makati. They go to Nolasco. Tamon to Casera, and that was denied. Quezon's blocking has been working.
We have Zam Nolasco back on court here, and she really is announcing her presence once again, just roofing that ball. Grabe talaga the height that she gets just when she puts her hands up. That really is a scary wall to face.
Height is might. But for the combination play, it is not, as Casera gets another point.
Casera there, hindi siya tumitigil ever since that she has started producing points here in this first set. And mukhang really Negros will be relying on her and Caparal to finish this set 1 strong.
I mean, you have Adi with 7 points. You have Casera with 5 unofficially. But that makes them the primary and secondary threats. As unfortunately, that will not help be a threat as Quezon closes the distance. Both teams having their fair share of hits and misses set number 1. But especially for Quezon, they're going to have to shake it off. Yes. Libre. Wasn't quite open there. As a point goes to Quezon again.
Set there a bit too low for the spiker to work with.
There should be some adjustments, and let's listen in on Coach Don Baroga.
Dito ka na sa may line. Okay? Baseline. Hindi pa pwedeng ganun-ganon. Dumidikit. Ha? O sige, ulit tayo. Ha? Kuha ka ng defense dyan, ha? Pwede to, di ba? Nasa likod siya. Nasa likod siya ngayon. Bigyan mo na mababa sa likod, tapos quick to. Si Tito. Ha? Sibatan ka sa likod, ha? Sisibatan ka sa likod. Sabi mo sa kanya.
Oh, it's so different. Like the aura, the demeanor ni Coach Jesse Baroga is so different from what he usually is. Yung bibigay ng orders, nagbibigay ng sermon. Dito, just full-on trust towards his team kasi alam niya na kaya nilang manalo. That has to start with a good reception. Regalo na naman. Moraga says, I'm dashing through the snow.
Nagpa-white elephant na naman ng dalawang teams natin dito. And this time naman, it is Negros on the receiving end of that gift.
Balikan lang, may regalo na kanina yung Quezon eh, di ba? Might as well, it's a season of giving nga naman. Pero pag sa volleyball ka kasi nagregalo, it's not giving eh, di ba? Gotta be careful of your gifts here, ladies. 22 serving 19. Go to Tan. Bagong pasok lang din. Lopez. The timing. You gotta appreciate that.
Negros really upping the speed of their attacks here dito sa tail end of this first set. As we can see that beautiful cross court there from Lopez.
She even had to make work yung kanyang approach just to get that in. Oh, that was a strike. Galing kay Ashley says, this set's not over.
Ashley says kanina nga, she was still trying to find her groove, pero hopefully from this point on, nag-iinip na siya.
We gotta see more from her. Dahil tila mainit na rin ang Negros. Here's another strike. And that's back-to-back for Ashley Esses.
From the left to the right, that was both Ashley Esses proving herself here. Really, kung saan man siya ilagay sa court, she can score.
Parang wiper ng sasakyan itong si Ashley Esses. Just cleaning glass whenever. And taking points para sa Quezon. Oh, that goes long. But that was block touch. And Negros set point.
kanina nga you said na yung language ni Coach Jessie Baroga was very calm and composed. And now we can see that kung bakit siya may tiwala talaga sa team niya, because here they are at the brink of taking set 1.
Can they close it out? Then Singh goes, catching the defense sleeping for a point.
Then Singh says no with that really quick attack.
Saving a set point. And Ash looking to save another one. They go to Adi. Kyle. Kaparal na naman. Breaking the wall and breaking through for the first set of this game.
Kaparal, again nga, she has proven herself kung bakit siya nga yung key player na pinag-uusapan natin even before the game started. Kaparal really sealing set 1, an important set 1 for this bronze medal match.
25-22 in favor of Negros. We'll be back for set number 2.
Tara, sama-sama nating tuklasin ang ganda at galing ng aming maunlad na syudad, ang lungsod ng Dasmariñas, kung saan umuusbong ang kamangha-manghang industriya ng komersyo at turismo. Isa rin sa dinadayo sa aming lungsod ang mga resorts na nagagandahan at mga restaurants na tiyak na babalik-balikan. Napahanga rin ang mga turista sa aming mga infrastruktura na tunay na pag-unlad ang ipinapakita. Hatid nito ang mas mabilis at maayos na serbisyo para sa bawat Dasmariñeño, maging sa mga bumibisita rito. Tas makulay ang kasaysayan. Tas maganda ang kalagayan. Tas masaya ang mamamayan. Kultura, komersyo, turismo. Tara na! Dasma tayo!
Once more, it is 25-22. The Negros Immaculada Mega Wide taking set number 1 away from the Quezon Tangerines to kick off our bronze medal match. Here are the highlights for the first set. It was Quezon that was off to a really strong start, 4-0 to be specific. And then, right in the middle, biglang naging aktibo sina Kaparal and Casera to take this one away.
Exactly. Negros really finding their spark here in this match in the form of those players that you mentioned. Kaparal and Fima really just not stopping once na nag-start talaga sila with that barrage of attacks. And we can see here that Negros did have more attacks, although Quezon also really lumaban din sila doon. Pero what really changed the game for Negros were those 2 aces that were delivered dito sa set 1, really catching Quezon off guard. And just from there, nag-capitalize lang talaga yung Negros on the momentum that they were able to build.
Talking about momentum, it was Adi Kaparal bringing the action para sa Negros here, scoring 8 points. 7 of those are from the attack line. And ito yung masasabi mo na maganda talaga sa player eh. Kasi pag nandun siya sa harap, you know she's gonna attack. When she's at the back, you know she's gonna defend. And she will make sure na hindi lalapag yung bola pag nandun siya sa likod.
Exactly, because dito nga, we have been seeing great rallies actually from both teams all throughout. Pero nga, tinatapos talaga nitong si Fima for Negros itong mga rallies nila. Sinasagot niya lang talaga yung mga set na binibigay sa kanya. And so far, she has really not been letting her team down.
Which is why the diagonals have been working so well for Coach Jessie Baroga. Salitan. Itong si Adi and si Fima. As Lopez can get that to fall. Now, here's some more power. But it's still alive. Or wait, maybe even a dead ball is gonna call it.
Was it the pancake that was questionable?
Yeah, I guess so. Kasi nandun siya eh. So dead ball na lang daw natin. Para sigurado. Let's just redo another point, man. Then Singh. Ooh, Casera. Can't buy it just yet. They go to her again. Then Singh. Look at the flick of the wrist for the first point.
For dancing, we can really see. Yun yung favorite niyang tira actually eh. Na she doesn't do those really wild arm swings, but it's really, as you have said, in the flick of the wrist that lets her put that ball in such a tough trajectory to read.
Then Singh lands the first point. Fima can't make it just yet. Free ball for Quezon. Pasarte. Tuondangan. That's a signature recipe from Christy.
Grabe, just right into the blocker's hands, ano. The speed and that approach.
That looks like it's gonna be an ace. Quezon replicating what happened in set number 1.
Seems like you would not expect actually that ball to go the way it did because the libero nga nitong Negros really had her hands under that ball.
Pero goes to GL. Caparal from the back. That's too low. In Quezon. Deja vu. Jilan, same scenario as set 1.
We are seeing errors creeping in now into Negros' game. Kanina nga, misreceived on that first ball. Now we have a missed spike right into the net.
Oh, that again. Casera falls to the ground as Yeses will get her second point of this set.
Quezon Tangerines getting their serving boots on.
Now they get reception. Pasarte was there. Then Singh lands on another point. It's 6 unanswered for Quezon. And this was bound to happen. Coach Jesse Baroga, let's listen in on Negros.
Right on the button yon. Sakto yon. Okay? Ayusin mo naman. Kasi, execution eh. Huwag kang magulat. Pag pinweston mo yan, hindi ka na magugulat. Expected mo na yung bola darating sa'yo eh. Okay? Titi, dalaw tayo. Pasa tayo. Sige, go. Ay! Taas masyado ng ano. Ano, bumibigay na naman tayo sa second set? Ha?
There were at least 2 reminders for 3 different players. Parang si Lopez at Casera ang target ng service line so far in this tournament.
Yes, and we will see if Kyle Yeses will target the same person and in the same position in this serve. She did.
And Lopez was like, if Casera's receiving, I'm supposed to be attacking. Yeah, that's the routine.
Tinapos ang service run nga nitong ni Ash Yeses rather. Enough is enough.
Tama na to. Then Singh. Casera receiving. Another free ball is rewarded. They go to Tan. Ball still kept alive. Caparal is now at front. And that is the threat of having Adi close to the net.
Yung kamay niya naging wiper na naman dito. Really, just if you look at that swing, grabe yung flexibility niya actually. Hammering that ball down.
Negros answers with 2 straight, but gives 1 right back after a miss at the service line.
Though we have to say that timeout was very timely.
Caparal had to sprint for that one. Now to Tanes. Si Adi sa kabila ulit. How about a third try? That goes long. No block touch. And Quezon will be getting a 6-point advantage heading into this first technical timeout.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Talking to Team Quezon Tangerines as assistant coaches, they made it clear the goal was to start early and dictate the pace. But that wasn't what unfolded in the opening set. And the frustration on Coach Jerry's face says it all. In the true Coach Jerry's fashion, lagi niyang ginagawa, magta-timeout siya, pero hahayaan niya ang team niya ang mag-usap-usap. Pero bago pa man mag-start itong set number 2, he stepped in, looked them in the eye and shouted, "No! Dapat sure." Highlighting yung dapat nilang gawin sa loob ng court. Something that they have been finding it hard to do. So we are excited what Quezon Tangerines is about to show us in the next part of the games. Back to you, Hanson Delan.
You know, supporting what Queen Barcarce mentioned, she's definitely correct. You know, pag si Coach Jerry nagta-time, madalas, 80% of the time, wala siyang gagawin. Pero pag sumali na siya sa huddle nyo, that's how you know you're doing something wrong. Maraming salamat ulit, Queen.
Exactly. I think dito na nakikita that timeouts can actually be used for different purposes. Minsan nga to give reminders, pero sometimes to just stop the flow of the game. Pero in Coach Jerry's case nga, Coach Jesse's case, malaking tiwala niya dito sa Negros. And we will just see if these girls will be able to find their footing. That spark ulit that they had in the first set.
There's quite a similarity dito as Nolasco scores a point between Coach Jerry and Coach Jesse. You know, dun mo talaga makikita as another block. Quezon, I think it's safe to say that they're officially online.
They are back to building that wall. And again, we can see nga that Zam Nolasco is here at the front just guarding the net. Yung aura niya, no? Grabe.
Intimidation as at its full effect. And after defense, offense agad. Nolasco putting in the work.
Great awareness there. She just pushed that ball. Talaga. First touch. Just pushing that. Blocking it, then pushing it rather.
Tatamora does the same. Not getting the same result. Lopez. That goes in. Finally stopping the bleeding para sa Negros.
Great court vision there by Lopez. Talagang you can see her really being intentional with her ball placement here on the court.
And you see them kind of make some certain adjustments every time Nolasco is back in front. But that puts Nolasco at a mistake. Gives 2 straight points for the Blue Hawks.
Rare error there from Zam Nolasco.
Nolasco says, "Let me redeem myself."
That set from Basardo, though, we have got to give her kudos. Talaga really bending over backwards, quite literally, to get the ball to her attacker. And really, Zam Nolasco delivered. Sabi niya, "Thank you. I will not waste your efforts."
It's giving the late Pilita Corrales on that one. You just gotta appreciate greatness on that one. Kabila naman. Kabila din yung sagot. Side to side goes Ash.
Right now, the Quezon Tangerines really firing on all ends. They have their attacks from the left, their attacks from the right, and even their blocking again is back online. And also their serving game in the start of this set too.
Tamoras tested again. And the same result happens. You know, Sam has been tried, has been activated by, you know, Ira Tutanes. It just wouldn't happen over the first few possessions na kanya nakuha.
She was obviously looking for those hands there to catch. And we will see nga if indeed that strategy rather was effective for her.
And thus, a challenge from Coach Jesse Baroga and Negros Immaculada Mega Wide. But talking about Quezon here, this is a completely different set compared to what we saw in set number 1.
Exactly, in set number 1, there was really a lot of hesitancy. Hindi nila masyadong hinahabol yung mga bola. Nandun na yung first touch, but the second and the third touches, wala masyadong nagpa-follow up. Pero something really has changed here in set 2, and we can see na talagang gigil sila to get that every point.
I wonder what the conversation was like. Pero unahin natin, first off, here's how it went. And it looks like there was nothing. Nada.
Malapit.
Oo, malapit, pero malayo pa din.
Almost is never enough.
Ayun na.
Sabi nga nila, di ba, even when you check ball in, ball out sa service, 99% out, 100% in pa rin yun.
Oo nga. Oo nga. Sorry, pinaprocess ko yung sinabi mo. Pero gets ko na. Gets ko na. At na-gets na rin yata ng Quezon kung papaano pipigilan ang opensa ng Negros. Checking them for the nth time is Zam Nolasco as they are off to a dominant set number 2, 16-5.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now!
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on BooSOP.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Buso Pilipinas. If you are still watching MPVA Season 2 ang Liga para sa lahat, still it's Hans Galeria, Jilan Lim, and Quinn Arce at courtside. And my goodness, this was a completely different set number 2 because Quezon showing everyone why they were the defending champions of Season 1.
Exactly, and even in both the teams' huddles, night and day talaga yung difference. Quezon Tangerines na hindi nga sumali si Coach Jerry, like sinabi nga ni Quinn, na sometimes talagang when everything is going right, he just lets the players do their thing.
But that one, Quezon wasn't allowed to do their thing anymore because it's not needed. It's a mistake galing sa Negros.
Meron na namang white elephant dito. Siguro dapat may white elephant count tayo per game.
That and more. Here's a free ball. That was close, but still kept alive. Libre can't seem to get that swing going as another point goes to Quezon.
That little miscommunication there for Quezon, proving inconsequential kasi itong miscommunication on the side of Negros proved more detrimental to them.
This has been a runaway of a set number 2 with some few bumps on the road due to that error galing kay Lieses, but we cannot deny that they're very much willing or okay na sa kanila na magkamali because of the lead that they've built.
Exactly, and it seems like even with those few errors, pero very far between naman na hindi naman masyado naapektuhan pang momentum nitong Quezon Tangerines.
Chen just tosses it to the right, and that goes the right way for Chen Basante.
And that is a point for their setter right there. Just really good reflexes. Wala pang tingin yun until the last second.
Parang na-realize niya na malapit na siya sa net, so sige, i-check ko na to.
I mean, as long as you keep that ball up, that's all that matters.
Oh yeah. But hey, look at this. Almost hitting our LED, please be careful. But that was still okay, as Libre finally scores.
Negros finding just those few moments of brilliance here, but they really need to find a run to come back.
They gotta score a few straight points. Castillo is now on the board.
And you have to really give Quezon Tangerines their flowers for those combination plays that they run, na really in every attack, in every play rather, you can see 2, even 3 attackers sometimes just going up for that ball, really messing up the blocking of the opposing team.
Cosera's ball was stopped. Then Singh's ball wasn't. Aya gets another.
Negros caught a bit flat-footed there, just staring at the ball. I think they were hoping that it would go out. Kasi nga, if you read yung approach nga ni Densing doon, it was very open. Pero again, she does really play with that flick of the wrist. Kaya really, even though yung approach niya is very open, she can adjust last minute. Just make that ball hit the court.
Jilan, don't worry about reading them right now because we can hear them. Let's listen in.
Kasi kung sila nga napaabot yan, kaya rin natin. Basta magtatrabaho yan. Ha? Kung medyo sunga-sunga tayo sa loob, walang mangyayari sa atin. Ganyan na lang talaga yan.
And whatever you were talking about kanina, Jilan, you were right. Don't worry, I got a bit of it. And Coach was saying na kapag medyo tameme tayo sa loob ng court, wala talagang mangyayari. Thus, that drop kanina where no one really was moving in defense. That's something they have to adjust because if they get the defense right, then the offense flows next.
That's a timeout really proving effective. May conversion agad dito. Courtesy of itong gumagawa natin since set 1, which is si Casera.
And I'm glad you mentioned yung gumagawa yung set number 1 because she hasn't made much impact in set number 2, only scoring her first point in this set. We have to hear more from her if they want to extend this. Tan. Escaparado placement. Castillo na naman. Right in between the Blue Hawks.
Castillo, we haven't actually seen a lot of her yet here in this match, but she has been making her impact in these precious minutes that she has been given.
I don't know if you're seeing them, but they're very happy as Castillo heads back to the bench. Very proud of, a reserve who's getting a lot of minutes and making the most out of it.
Speaking of reserves, we also have Rojo, new face here on the court right now for the Quezon Tangerines.
That goes out for Yesha. Unfortunately, that would not work. But the Blue Hawks still get some point. The idea is for double digits to appear. Para naman may momentum kayo heading into center.
Exactly. I mean, I think it is a bit too early to say this yet. Pero mukhang they really just have to finish this set strong to just go into the next set with a proper mindset.
But know what? If we can score 2 straight points, then that's something that we can definitely bring towards that third set. But before anything else, as Moraga finds a point for her team, that was Hailey Cosme being back after so long. For the Blue Hawks, she has been injured for majority of the season. And now Hailey Cosme free ball awarded. Caparal. Return to sender. Says Dan Enondangan.
And unfortunately, Cosme cannot do a service run here as they had hoped. That serve being very good though. First ball ng Quezon a bit shaky, but they were still able to get that block in the end.
Cosme reception. Free ball once more. Singh had to work on placement, but did not put the work to get the point.
I was excited to see that pipe from Densing, pero mukhang naging out ng bola. For once, hindi gumana yung kanyang flick of the wrist.
Thus places Negros at 11. Rojo taking advantage of the single defender upon that direction of the ball. She's on the board. Set point para sa Quezon. And that goes out. Lopez will not be able to convert. And the Tangerines get a point. Get a set as well to equalize this game 1-1. It's a 22-25, 25-11 with Quezon bouncing back.
Tara, sama-sama nating tuklasin ang ganda at galing ng aming maunlad na syudad, ang lungsod ng Dasmariñas, kung saan umuusbong ang kamangha-manghang industriya ng komersyo at turismo. Isa rin sa dinadayo sa aming lungsod ang mga resorts na nagagandahan at mga restaurants na tiyak na babalik-balikan. Napahanga rin ang mga turista sa aming mga infrastruktura na tunay na pag-unlad ang ipinapakita. Hatid nito ang mas mabilis at maayos na serbisyo para sa bawat Dasmariñeño, maging sa mga bumibisita rito. Tas makulay ang kasaysayan. Tas maganda ang kalagayan. Tas masaya ang mamamayan. Kultura, komersyo, turismo. Tara na! Dasma tayo!
We are all tied up with 1 set each for both the Quezon Tangerines and the Negros Immaculada Mega Wide para sa bronze medal match ng inyong MPVA Season 2 ang Liga. Para sa lahat, all the right plays in all the right places para sa Tangerines as they got a dominant win in the second set kontra sa Negros in what was quite a complete turnaround of what happened in set 1.
I think it's safe to say that the Quezon Tangerines really have found their groove now in this match. Talagang yung hesitance nila, yung pagkakapaan nila sa set 1 really just absent here in set 2, and they've been doing so well in attacks. They have been doing so well in blocks and in aces as well. Lahat doon lamang sila, and they also had less errors. Talagang masasabi natin locked in. Locked in talaga itong Quezon Tangerines here in the second set that just ended.
And that was a complete lockout din galing kay Zam Nolasco as all of those 3 blocks came from her specifically with 10 total points, 6 attacks and 4 blocks, doing a little bit of everything from offense, or in that case, from defense to offense to score that point.
Exactly. Pero of course, dito sa Quezon Tangerines, we have also been seeing names like Rhea Densing doing the work. And also, syempre, let's give kudos to the amazing setting nitong ni Chem Basarte.
There seemed to be a little bit more direction from Chin Basarte. As we're gonna kick things off in set number 3 with an ace mula kay Basarte.
If I'm not mistaken, she has 2 points on the board now kanina with that tip. Now with an ace. Talagang everyone contributing to the scoreboard nitong Quezon Tangerines.
Negros going a little softer there. But that was Ashley SS on the board again for set number 3.
I think this has been the same problem that we saw sa Negros nung set 2 na pag meron silang unsure kung papasok pa o hindi, they're caught flat-footed just staring at the ball eh.
So now there's a specific adjustment from Coach Jessie. She's taken out 2 key players. Sabi rin Kaylee Cosme at itong si Cara Tamon. Let's see how that's gonna work. Apparently, they're gonna have to wait a little longer because Quezon blocks that.
Hindi muna natin makikita kung effective nga ba itong new setter and hitter tandem ng Negros kasi sinagot agad ng Quezon Tangerines with a point.
Now they go to the other side and Lopez showing a little bit of everything in this game.
Lopez here not scoring like really, she has been consistent rather. Now we have been really seeing and hearing her name from time to time when she's
You gotta see that. It's a double block working around Aya and Singh. I believe that was Moraga clocking that in. And those are momentum plays, Jelan.
exactly, especially after that medyo heartbreaking second set for Negros. That really puts the fire in them in this set 3. They did not get any blocks actually in set 2.
What an adjustment from midair. I don't know what did I just saw?
Moraga really just kanina she gave us a solid block. Now she's giving us some kind of acrobatic hitting here.
Kasing tigas ng pader pero kasing lambot din ng JL Ace. Could go both ways itong si JL Moraga. Cosme's first hit won't go. Oh! Down the line, or down to the libero, says Ayadin Singh. That was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. That was a loaded strike from Aya. Come on. Cosme. Can't find any. They go. Oof. Tamon had the idea, but there was a 7th opponent. It's the net.
Nick, isali yung net sa game, ano?
Yun nga eh. Wala namang kinakampihan yan. Serbisyong totoo lang. Kaso, wala eh. Hindi mo naman cover yun, di ba? Iba yun, di ba? Sa kabila yun.
Parang...
Okay, gets. Gets ko na yung point. Pero ito. It went out. So I think there's been some sort of confusion. Kung ako na-confuse ako kanina sa sinasabi ko, sila din. They wanna clear things up with the challenge.
Siya maganda na sigurado tayo dito after all. This is a do-or-die match. Again, ulitin natin. Walang best of 3 dito. Walang ganun-ganun. This is the one and only bronze medal match that we are seeing here in this final series.
And that has obviously got to be the case here for Negros, who looks to make their return to the podium after after 2 years, and here it is. Ooh. There it is. Mas malinaw pa, umilaw eh. Hindi po talaga umilaw. Pero gets nyo na yung point. The ball goes in. And that means it is going to be a point para sa Negros.
Talagang Blue Hawks, grabe talaga yung mata nila, yung pag-spot ng coaching team there. That is a point for the coaching team. Kung pwede man bigyan ng point yung ating mga coaching staff, really, their role in these crucial moments really not to be taken for granted.
It's giving matang lawin. Hindi rin sa inyo yan, no?
Hindi rin.
Hindi rin. Okay.
Parang iba rin natin yung hawk sa lawin, ano?
Oo nga eh. Oo nga, pero ito, parehas lang din naman silang lumilipad, gaya ni Aya din Sing.
Taas na natin muna sa tablet ko.
Oh, once again, that little wrist action. She gets so high over the blockers though. Kaya even with 2 blockers, parang siguro sa kanya that means no blockers.
Cosme. Initsa na lang. A strike from the back. Back on defense right away. Kyle just finds the middle nonchalantly for the point.
And her twin really thanking her for that wonderful defense, ano? Yung isa nakakover sa defense, yung isa sumagot naman ng opensa. And ayun nga,
Really is the sword and shield, and that was the sword coming into full effect. As it wasn't either Yes's twin, but that was Ondangan scoring a point, giving Quezon a 4-point lead.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Just before Negros ICC wraps up their MPVA story, regalo itong araw na ito para kay Kaylee Cosme. Nakababalik lang due to recurring injury. Yung last game niya, round 1 pa ng season na ito. Sabi niya, she was advised to go for surgery, but it felt like kailangan niya pa ng MPVA closure. To tell you the truth, she wasn't wearing her uniform when I talked to her pre-game because she was waiting for Coach Jesse's confirmation that she will be playing today. And now, she's back on the court having the time of her life. May iniinda man siyang sakit, aalalayan niya raw ito and promised that she'll do her best para bumawi in this game, which she described one last ride with Team Negros. Back to you, Hans and Jolan.
Maraming salamat, Quinn Barcarce, for that one. That was Cosme. Seemed to be okay. Seems to be okay to me. It's just that the approach, the strike, was not okay as it was blocked by Quezon right away.
yun nga, parang yung closure happened on the side of Quezon as their blockers really put up that solid wall.
And another ace lands on mula kay Christy Ondangan. All the right plays. Part 2 in set number 3 here. Let's listen in on Negros.
Anong usapan pagka ganon? Abante, tapos ano gagawin? Anong gagawin sa receive pagka abante tayo? Tapos ano gagawin? Ha? Diba? Overhead pass? Ganun lang muna gawin niya. Sige na.
So from what we're currently seeing, you know, there's a reminder for Kaylee Cosme at that one. Looking to shake off a bit of rust here kasi matagal-tagal na rin nung huli siyang sumampa sa MPVA court, where she's being put to the challenge by the Tangerines. Lopez had to make something do. Lots of broken plays recently mula dito sa Negros that have been capitalized by Quezon. But the floor defense is what's keeping them alive, except for that. Lopez touches the net, which gives Quezon a point.
That was really a stellar rally, pero unfortunately it ended in that error.
Ooh. Catching Cosme off guard. Azondangan has been making a living out of the service line.
That is her third point of an ace, if I'm not mistaken. Hindi na siya nakaalis dyan actually for several rallies, for several turns.
And if you're Coach Jerry Yee, you're absolutely fine with that. Lopez not find the point. Nolasco, we're used to her attacking strong. How about getting a little softer this time?
Exactly, it's not always the power, pero it's also the placement, and really just enough to get it over that wall, but also down onto the court.
Quezon looks to pull away the second time in this game. Singh gets blocked. Free ball. Basarte. Caparal. Right in the middle. She says, Christy, I think it's time you get out of there.
Once again, we are hearing her name again here in this match. Ito nga si Adi Caparal. Really, that beautiful off-speed tip. Just catching Quezon Tangerines flat-footed there. And finally, na-end na rin itong service run nga ni Ondangan, and Negros can breathe a sigh of relief.
But here's the next problem. That's a full front line here para sa Quezon. As Jesses is activated second. What are the chances that Nolasco's next? Nope. It's Singh again. But either way, it works well para sa Quezon.
Grabe, again nga, balikan nga natin itong sinabi mo. You do have Kylie Eses nga dito sa net. You also have Zam Nolasco. But let us not forget itong si Rhea Densing, who has been very consistent, lalo na set 2 onwards.
Caparal. Down the line she goes. That's point number 11, and you're thinking about kung maaabot niya ba yung kanyang averages. She's somewhat close to that.
Konti na lang, and we will see her hit once again those numbers that she was hitting in the prelims. And yun nga, sabi nga, and the challenge for her actually is to go even farther than that, and hopefully that would be enough to take her team to a bronze.
Full-fledged strike won't go. Tomas ready to receive. Tamon facing the wrath of Zam Nolasco.
Nag-gift-giving na naman sila dito. May exchange na naman. But unfortunately for Negros nga, that set was a gift right there for Zam Nolasco, who had the awareness to just push that ball down.
Ang swerte naman ni Zam, dalawa yung nakalagay sa fishbowl na pangalan niya. Tapos nabunot siya kaagad para sa regalo. Ang bonita ng lahat. He's been getting some blocks, drops, whatever you need. Negros has to find a way to stop that. Nolasco. She's done it again.
And in response to your question, they still have not found the answer to the problem that is Zam Nolasco at the front line.
Negros needs some more talking to do because they trailed by 10 against the Quezon Tangerines.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app. Choose your number. Activate the eSIM and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable for only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusob.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. Here's the watching MPVA Season 2 ang Liga para sa lahat. It is Hans, Jeland, and Quinn. The broadcast crew for today as Quezon replicating set number 2 with Castillo back at the front lines. It's just that for Negros, they don't like this deja vu happening, but unfortunately it is.
And that is the net touch of the most unfortunate time. In that timeout, they were really hoping to get their momentum back sana. Pero if you come back with something, with a start like that rather, it does not bode well for them, especially trailing now by 11.
Great serve. But Pique was ready this time. They go to Castillo. Look at Pique doing everything in her power, but it wasn't enough to stop Castillo.
Quezon Tangerines really still have been playing at the top of their game. Pero if there is one thing that has changed nga dito sa Negros Blue Hawks natin, naghahabol na sila ng bola. We can really see them going for those balls. Although sana nga hopefully this match does not end in injury for any single player here.
They're being put to work now. Nobody home after that block as Casera gets another point.
This time, the net being their friend naman. Kung kanina, medyo ina-antagonize sila with all those touches. This time, it worked just in favor for the ball to drop just so short of the defenders nitong Quezon Tangerines.
Patamora is going to be heading back, and Irish Bismonte will be checking in again to serve para sa Negros. Trailing by 11, they're going to need a bit of spark that they can get here. Dahil ganito yung nangyari sa kanila when they faced Dasmariñas in that game number 2. Na maganda yung kanila naging simula. And then from the second to the 4th set, as Sam Nolasco scored that, hindi na ganun kaalab yung apoy nila from the second to the 4th one.
We have seen Negros really trying out all combinations here. They have been making substitutions left and right, even 2-player substitutions at times. Pero I think Quezon Tangerines has just found their formula that works for them, and they have stuck to it.
Oh, sorry miss mula kay Pique. Because instead, it was Ondangan getting a block point kontra sa Negros.
Kanina nga, Ondangan, if you remember, she has been so deadly at the service line. And dito naman, we are seeing her being deadly at the net.
It's a matter of decision-making mula sa Negros. Let's check in on the ladies.
Pipi, kaya ba? Opo ka ng opo, hindi mo namang ginagawa. Kasi kung ganyan, opo lang tayo na opo, tapos hindi natin gagawin, wala, ganyan-ganyan na mangyayari sa atin. Bakit tayo nyo kumilos sa loob? Hanggang isang set lang ba tayo? Kaya nyo naman eh. Ang nangyayari kasi, ayaw nyo magtrabaho sa loob eh.
You know that specific sentence, if you're the one listening from Negros, that's gonna punch you in the gut. Hanggang first set lang ba tayo? You know, that may seem nothing para sa mga manonood, but it seems so much para sa mga players as they're looking to respond here. And that's the best way to do that, as Casera gets a point.
Exactly. Who better than to turn the tides here than Casera?
And you know, Casera has her 10th point already. So we can't say that the offense isn't flowing for this team. It's just that the movement on their side of the floor hasn't been happening for them.
And that already is an achievement actually for Negros, because in their semifinals, only one player reached double digits sa kanila, and that is Caparal. But now nga, may sumasama na sa kanya dyan sa leaderboard.
Pero sumasama din itong si Ondangan being an absolute threat here in the third set. Nothing happening there. This is a free ball. And then Singh knew that she missed it. So Casera is going to be on the board.
Not exactly. That play not how Singh would have pictured. Bit of a shanky pass there. Her teammate trying to save that, pero it was a bit too late for that.
11 points for Fima Casera. Castillo. Libre just tosses it quick. Here goes. Rolls off in the best way possible for Aya Singh.
Singh making friends with the net there. As that really just goes in her favor.
You did not expect that to happen. But that worked well in their favor as they lead by more points. Tamon, another acrobatic move. They go to Caparal, who goes out but touches the blockers. So that's a point scored.
Quezon Tangerines claiming otherwise though, and we will be seeing a challenge here. And you know what, while they're checking that hands, let me correct myself from earlier actually when I said yung dun sa ating matang Lawin discussion. Lawin is actually hawk in English. Kaya saktong-sakto nga na ito works. Batang Lawin nga
Sinerch
dito.
mo talaga?
Of course, to anyone in the aviary community listening in right now, I'm sorry for that mistake.
Thank you. I am an ambassador of aviary, so whatever you say, maraming salamat. That's 1 aviary, 0 botany. But you get our point. It's the point na pinaglalabanan nila sa ngayon.
Nagets ko na kung ba't botany kasi tangerines. Galing sa orange tree, grabe ka talaga.
Diba? Hindi ko nga alam kung ba't... Uy!
Diba? Napakalayo.
And that ball was sent flying.
1 point for aviary.
1 point for aviary. Actually, 1 point na rin for botany kasi na-success yung challenge. So, you gotta give it to them this time. 23-9. Para mga pangalan na section yun, no, Gina?
Grade 1 Manggahan,
Oo.
Grade 2 Pinya. Pero ngayon ulit, Negros Blue Hawks.
Blue Hawks
Saka Quezon Tangerines ang labanan.
Yes. They gotta see that. Pero bawal idamay si Ref as Quezon with another set point.
Now serving for the set, Ashley
Ooh,
That's a point for Quezon.
gotta hurt if the timing is not right. But either way, it has worked very well para sa Quezon Tangerines as they are 1 set away from closing in on this series and getting the bronze medal for the province of Quezon.
They now lead the game 2 sets to 1.
sa dinadayo sa aming lungsod ang mga resorts na nagagandahan at mga restaurants na tiyak na babalik-balikan. Napahanga rin ang mga turista sa aming mga infrastruktura na tunay na pag-unlad ang ipinapakita. Hatid nito ang mas mabilis at maayos na serbisyo para sa bawat Dasmariñeño, maging sa mga bumibisita rito. Tas makulay ang kasaysayan. Tas maganda ang kalagayan. Tas masaya ang mamamayan. Kultura, komersyo, turismo. Tara na! Dasma tayo!
With winning the last 2 sets of this game, Quezon Tangerines have placed themselves in a really good position para makuha ang bronze medal in MPVA Season 2. Ang liga para sa lahat, it has been the same scenario as set number 2, just a little bit more dominant with limiting Negros to only 9 points.
Exactly, once uminit na nga itong Quezon Tangerines. After that slightly shaky set 1, talagang they have found their groove and really they have found the people that work on court and everyone also has been contributing. They have not been relying on one single person. Everyone really just delivering and doing their part, and as we can see, they lead in attacks, they lead in blocks, they lead in aces, and look at that! Just 0 errors, flawless. Set 3 talaga for the Quezon Tangerines, which has been the crux nga nitong Negros Blue Hawks. The errors that just come and go and come and go again. And it's just a cycle that has not been enabling them to find their groove and really make their system work.
And it's very difficult for them to get their gears going if they cannot find a moment dahil may mga oras that they were about to build that, but they were limited by the errors that they've committed. So it's not the most ideal scenario for Negros after quite a statement of a first set. You would not want this to happen for your squad, but hey, if you are Quezon, this is a really good position for them to take this all the way. Now, with Cams Bartolome back, we haven't seen her in quite a while.
We are trying her out again here in this possibly last set of the bronze medal match.
Then Singh gets blocked, and I believe that's another Moraga point. Negros, iniba naman nila ngayon. Sila naman ang umiscore ng unang puntos after giving that away over the past 3 sets. What a strike from Ashley Esses.
Ashley Esses, we have been seeing her ever since the first set. Gumagawa siya. Hindi rin siya nawala ng second set, ng third. And she has just been delivering for her team. Actually, Ashley Esses now has 8 points. Third highest nga dito sa ating Quezon Tangerines.
Another ace secured. Make that another Ashley Esses highlight.
And now that actually makes Quezon Tangerines having 3 players now in double digits on the board. Yan nga naunguna nga. Who else than Zam Nolasco with 15, Rhea Densing with 13, and then ito na nga si Ashley Esses. Now she has 10.
That goes in though. Para kay Jella Lopez, you talked about consistency. We gotta see more of her in the set number 4 if they want to take this to a 5-setter match.
Lopez being effective in set 3 rather, but she also had a couple of errors. Tingnan natin kung babawi siya dito sa set 3.
Did Singh. All she needed was the angle to make it work.
Then Singh always was so calm, cool, and collected talaga from the moment she approaches, the moment she unleashes that attack. And even afterwards, we rarely see explosive celebrations from her. Really just getting to the next point every time.
The bastion of chill. But that time, She didn't need any of that as Ash Dieces, or should I say Kyle, scoring another point.
Once again, that working in her favor. She did not really hit that so hard. Actually, mukhang nagulat pa nga siya with kung paano naging trajectory ng ball doon. But if it works, it works.
Doon hindi na siya nagulat. That was an attack that was perfectly placed for Kyle to just smash it.
Siya na yung nanggulat ngayon. Gulatin mo sila, ika nga niya.
Diba? Never let them know your next move.
First touch pa lang, binaba na niya eh.
Binaba niya na. Cosme back in the game. It's just that for Negros, they can't seem to find their footing even though they have already scored. Caparal. That one touched the net. So that goes to Negros. They catch a break.
That powerful.
That was a power spike presented by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Talk about powerful with that one. Caparal. Basarte tosses it to Singh. Using the blockers, rolls off to another point.
Now you have to commend the blockers ng Negros for always like, just getting those hands up. Although, so far, that has only worked in Quezon Tangerine's favor because they have been tooling the block again and again.
Ginagamitan ng experience. Itong si Aya Singh. Katamora can't dump it down. Off the blockers it goes. And that was Coach Don. Again, seeing the ladies freezing. Not liking what he's seeing. Coach Jesse wants to talk to the ladies. Let's listen in.
Hit doon dadalhin. Di ba? Pag matake, pumihit dito, doon dadalhin. Eh kayo, ang ginagawa nyo, pag-angat, ganun lang kayo. Ha? Ito lang oh. Bakit ba nag-aasahan kayo? Nandyan ka, maglibero ka, nandyan ka, maglibero ka. Huwag kayong mag-asahan. Ha? Trabaho ka!
Again, this is Kaylee Cosme's closure game in the MPVA. And that was a reminder for her from Coach Don Baroga that you're there. You gotta put in some more work if you really want to play. And that's what she's doing. All of them diving for it, but it did not work the way that they wanted.
Parang for a second, may nakita tayong ibang sports doon. We saw a bit of gymnastics with the rolling.
Oy.
A bit of football with the kicking.
Are we gonna see another Yulo in the making? We're about to find out. But hey, it's Quezon leading 5 in this technical timeout.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games! With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
You know the sunrise that lit up some parts of the world after a long night? That's how it felt dito sa side ng Quezon Tangerines, which I actually agree after seeing them all heartbroken, still heartbroken pre-game. Sabi nila hindi ito ang ending na inaasahan nila, kaya gagawin na lang nila kung ano ang makakaya nila. But now, as they found the rhythm starting on the second set, it's so nice to see them smiling and actually enjoying the game. According to their assistant coach, it's something they'd be able to use to enjoy their Christmas better. Lalo pat, 11 days na lang bago magpasko. Hansen Jolan.
Maraming salamat. Merry Christmas in advance, Queen Barcarce, for that one. Tila masakit pa rin. Bakirot, hindi talaga maiiwasan. Pero para sa Quezon, dito na lang sila maglalabas ng sama ng loob. They've done that over the last 2 sets. And they're looking to do that again. But Negros simply won't let up this time in set number 4.
Exactly. I mean, looking at the scoreboard, Quezon may have the advantage. After all, they are also up to 10, although they cannot be complacent. this is actually when they have to lock in the most if they want to secure that bronze.
Closing out is the key. All of them working hard to keep that ball alive. Yes. Look at Pique. Putting on his fourth gear, or her fourth gear. Cosme does the same. Oh, another free ball. And the digs finally worked for Negros.
Grabe yung Barredo and Pique tandem. Grabe yung Barredo and
Si Cosme.
Kaylee tandem doon.
And that might be the spark that they need. Here it goes again. Sa likod. Jella joins the dig party. And that was Sam putting it to the left side.
Substitution for Quezon, number 19, out, number 21, Sam Velasco.
2 straight points para sa Negros. Quezon still hasn't scored. In that one, Sam Catamora finally on the board after 3 sets. Nolasco doing the same thing. If you can do it, I can do it too.
Copy-paste kumbaga.
Parang sa homework, no? Ano yan? Sige, titingin lang ko. Ibahin ko lang ng konti.
May konting twist doon. She added a little spice to it.
Siyempre, kung may Taylor's version, di ba? Alam mo naman. Ito may Adi's version. As another point is scored by the ace.
After that timeout, we are seeing a new Negros team dito as they trail by just 2.
Jeland, it's always better late than never. Nolasco. Cosme bibitaw. Putting a point. This closure's not over.
Kaylee making sure she does not leave with regrets nga dito sa MPVA. She has been amazing on defense and she has also been contributing to offense. Kita mo yung paggulong-gulong niya kanina. Grabe talaga, buwis, buhay.
Rolling in the deep realness. And now, she's making the opponents roll in the deep as they have crawled their way back into this game. We're all tied up at 9.
Quezon Tangerines, we have been seeing a lot of uncharacteristic errors from them in these last few points.
Caparal's service. Basarte. Lopez was ready. Ooh. Ash. You know what? If you think that was out, let's just get it in. Because that was this game's community cam powered by Pusopi.com. Your game, your community. Join now. That was Jesses. Getting another point. At syempre, nagpapasalamat po kami sa lahat ng nagtungo dito mismo sa Dasmariñas City Arena. Cosme. Just a little too out in that scenario. Wait. It actually went inside or what?
It did!
Oh!
And Kaylee Cosme talagang, she has been making that work. Parang gumana talaga yung words ni coach sa kanya kanina and she's really taking that advice and walking the talk.
Ito na yung part. Ito na yung hard conversation with your ex for that closure.
So I can't relate, I'm sorry.
Anyway, moving forward. But hey, that's one you can relate to though. Ashley says, scoring another point, buhat bangko. Itong si Ash over the last 2 sets. Cosme. Ball still kept alive. Kaylee falls short. And after tying, Quezon builds another 2-point lead.
Kaylee Rito, she saw the block and she tried to just go for a soft touch there. Pero masyadong lumambot. Kumbaga, na-overcook yung spaghetti niya dun.
Kaya siya pababa ng pababa. How about Ira? Still kept alive. Cosme again. Basarte. Tudinsing. Goes long. And that is Negros fighting back after defending.
Parang nagiging generous ang Quezon Tangerines ngayon. Sila naman ang maraming pamigay to this Negros team. From 0 errors sa set 3, we have been seeing a couple of them just halfway through set 4.
Bigay ulit. Barreto fighting for it, but it's a free ball. Oh! That was mission failed successfully para sa Quezon.
3 bodies on the floor for Negros, pero unfortunately for them, the ball also fell on their side of the court.
Medyo kinulang itong si Cosme. And that is going to be a point, which puts Quezon up by 2 yet again. Lopez. Napatid siya. Can't find it. Rojo. Strike won't go. Dinsing naman. Chooses the middle for a point.
Once again, Dinsing really proving herself. Such a veteran there with that adjustment, really just sending the ball over. Negros getting hands under that, but that ball was just too fast and too hard.
Cosme is blocked. Solo by Bartolome. But wait. Who was there to get it?
Kung meron ka nga movie na Home Alone, parang dito naman no one's home yung nangyari dito. For Negros, with that ball just going talaga to where no one was. 6 players on the court, pero parang may 7th sila na hindi natin nakita dun.
Yun ang medyo malungkot doon. And the errors just kept piling up para sa Negros to close out this first to the second half of the technical timeout. 16-11, Quezon just 9 points away from a 3rd place finish.
Kick Mobile. Download the Kick app, choose your number, activate the eSIM, and own the country's first ever customizable mobile experience. Stay first in line for network priority. Kick Mobile. Download now.
Only projects, plans, play, games. With Smart Only 5G, valid for 3 days. Tuloy, tuloy, tuloy. Simply reliable. For only 85 pesos. With Smart, load now.
Catch all the games live and free exclusively on pusopu.com. Your game, your community. Join now. Also powered by Smart, the official telco partner of the MPVA. Special thanks to our media partners Smart Sports and Puso Pilipinas. With a 2-set advantage, Quezon looks to test how tough the mentality is nitong Negros. And so far, they have been successful with now a 6-point lead.
Unfortunately for Negros, the story of errors still continues.
Cosme pushes. Rojo. Lopez. What a great dig mula kay Ash. Cosme, initsa na lang. They're looking to make the most out of it. And that is exactly what Bartolome is gonna do.
Bartolome there just hitting with intention. alam natin the ball was going to no one else but her. And really, she really made that count.
And how about another attempt? This time, it was a combination of a net touch and a point from Jella. So let's just give it to Lopez, shall we? This is 12 serving 18. Cosme placed that up. Free ball again. Bartolome denied. Then Singh denied too. But that did not work so well as a point goes to Quezon.
Then Singh there just really hitting towards the block. And luckily for her, that ball fell outside their court. But it seems like Negros is having some doubts about that call.
Yeah, I mean, ngayon nandito na rin tayo eh. Might as well go for that challenge right away. I think at some point you gotta appreciate a little bit more of what both teams are doing. Negros going out of that cold spell na nagkaroon sila over the first or the last two sets. Itong Quezon naman, looking to redeem themselves from quite a slow start in that first. And this challenge is really going to be important because it's either Negros' momentum to close out the gap or Quezon's momentum to close out the series. And that is kita-kita.
Ayun na yung sinasabi nating 99% out, 100% in.
You'll never know. And I believe that was a block point awarded to Caparal on that one. So Caparal now has 13.
Medyo malapit-lapit na rin sa kanyang preliminary round average of about 16.
They go to Jella again. To the other side once more.
You know what? However this bronze medal match ends for Negros, they can be proud of having a lot of players working for them.
And that was a power spike presented to you by Smart Power All 99. Load now. Jella's got to be proud of that spike. Cosme, you already saw it right from the start. She didn't hit that ball the way she wanted to.
Alam na rin niya, the moment the ball made contact with her hands, you could already see yung frustration sa face niya that she wasn't able to hopefully start a service run.
5-point lead with Bartolome to serve. Caparal. Nobody at that back as Caparal is 2 points away from her average.
Still a lot of time actually for her to exceed that here in our game.
She's the main reason why Quezon's having quite a bit of a hard time closing this one out. Then Singh chooses the middle, and that paid off for Quezon.
Once again, when Densing hits, parang hindi mo nakikita yung gigil. But you can always see that composure that she just wants to place the ball in the best area that she possibly can. And I guess that kind of mindset is developed through time. Kasi when you're a new player, gusto mo talaga just hit it as hard as you can.
Just like that. But it went out.
But still, Quezon is already in the 20s. Although there is still time na makahabol itong Negros.
And that's exactly what's gonna happen. Lopez serving an ace.
Now, we have been talking about Caparal during this game. We have also talking about Fima. But of course, dito si Lopez also making her mark on all stats on the scoreboard.
just putting in some simple work on that.
Number 20 SSA. Number 12, Ashley SSL. Number 23, Derek Castillo.
Now this looks like a really solid front line with Castillo looking to close this one out. Didn't even touch the other side, so that is another point for Quezon. Let's listen in on Negros. More commands coming in from Coach Jesse Baroga. And this is not the way that he thought this game is going to be turning out on.
I mean, with such a strong showing, doon nga sa set 1. And then, medyo bumitaw nung set 2 and 3. Pero ngayong set 4, there is still hope.
Castillo. Caparal. That's a point secured by Adi.
You were saying earlier, Caparal giving Quezon Tangerines a hard time. I mean nga, tatlo na yung humabol ng bola dito sa Quezon Tangerines, but still, that Caparal spike was too good.
15 points for Adi.
Isa na lang.
Let's see if she can get it. Nolasco's ball goes in again.
Ang ganda nun. You could actually see the ball pause in the air for a split second there before tinira ni Zam.
2 points away. Casera can't get it. Ando si Adi. That was a mistake. That worked well. And Quezon is at bronze medal point. Pasarte to Castillo. Ball kept alive. Chanay took Bartolome, using all that power to close out this game. And with that strike, the bronze is wrapped around the necks of the Tangerines, as they may have not completed the glory that they wanted, but it is still the glory that is much deserved from the champions of Season 1.
Exactly, and we were speaking of glory, and we really have to give our applause to every single player of the team. Throughout this match, napakaraming players na pinasok dito. We have seen new faces on the court every rotation, and we have got to give it to them for delivering, talaga making so much of their precious minutes here on the court.
What a solid effort from both of the teams. Negros really starting off strong right from the start. It's just that they were unable to keep that fire burning throughout the next 3 sets, in which, gaya ng nababanggit nga ng iba pang mga analysts before, Quezon is like a diesel engine that you see them kind of flourishing a little bit more later on in the series. But that is going to be wrapping it up for the bronze medal. It's 22-25, 25-11, 25-9, and 25-18. Quezon gets third.
sama-sama nating tuklasin ang ganda at galing ng aming maunlad na syudad, ang lungsod ng Dasmariñas, kung saan umuusbong ang kamangha-manghang industriya ng komersyo at turismo. Isa rin sa dinadayo sa aming lungsod ang mga resorts na nagagandahan at mga restaurants na tiyak na babalik-balikan. Napahanga rin ang mga turista sa aming mga infrastruktura na tunay na pag-unlad ang ipinapakita. Hatid nito ang mas mabilis at maayos na serbisyo para sa bawat Dasmariñeño, maging sa mga bumibisita rito. Tas makulay ang kasaysayan. Tas maganda ang kalagayan. Das masaya ang mamamayan. Kultura, komersyo, turismo. Tara na! Dasma tayo!
And once more, it is a 4-set victory conquered by the Quezon Tangerines as they have placed themselves into the podium for the second straight season. What a showing mula sa Quezon Tangerines and Negros. Quite not the result that they wanted or expected, but this was still nothing to be ashamed of after reaching and working so hard to get to this point. But our queen of the court, there's been a lot of possible candidates, but it is the one and only Aya Densing scoring a ton, blocking a ton for her team.
Indeed, sabi nga natin, napakaraming players na nakita nating papasok, tayo nilabas sa court. We have seen a lot of new faces. But she's one of the faces na hindi na nawala mula set 1 pa lang. And here she is now with our courtside reporter, Quinn Barcarce.
Aya Densing together with Quinn. Quinn, please take it away.
Yes, I'm with the bronze medalist, queen of the court, Aya Densing. Aya, kumusta?
Masaya naman kasi nakuha namin yung bronze ngayon. I hope sana soon, makasali pa din kami dito sa MPVA.
And of course, Aya, kanina bumisita ako sa dugout. Medyo down talaga yung team nyo. Ramdam yung heartbroken sa inyo. Pero nung set 2, start ng set 2, parang biglang nag-glow, no? Biglang pumindot yung ilaw, ang liwanag na, ang gaan ng vibes. Anong nangyari?
Siguro low start kami, so kailangan din namin magpainit. Then, ayun, pagalitan.
So yung pagalit, yung medyo nagpainit sa team, no? Ngayon, Aya, we are wrapping your MPVA journey. But if there's one thing you're very proud of being able to be a player here dito sa MPVA, ano yun?
Siyempre masaya po kasi andito kami ngayon. Achievement. Masaya kasi may natutunan kaming bago po dito. Sana padala namin yun sa season namin.
Aya, tanong ko sa'yo, masaya ka ba ngayong araw na to? Smile ka naman, Aya. Ayun! Our bronze medalist, queen of the court, Aya Densing. Babalik ko na muna sa inyo, Hans and Jolan.
Nothing to be ashamed of para sa kanilang koponan as Aya Densing is gonna wrap up Quezon's standing with a victory. You're, of course, looking at the Smart's Power to Plays brought to you by Smart Only 5G. Only 85 pesos for 3 days. Download the Smart app and load now. We've seen the last 3 sets, pero pagtuunan natin ang pansin yung set number 1 where it was Negros showing up for them, right, Go?
Exactly. Dito nga may kita natin. Actually, Negros was the one who was able to cinch that set 1 due to errors na pinamigay nga nitong Quezon Tangerines. And indeed, they found the fire in players such as Tongang si Firma Casera and of course si Andy Caparal.
And on the other hand, you would also have set number 2 just went in a completely different direction, and I guess that followed already for sets number 3 and 4 dahil nga dun sa kanila mga pinakita na hindi na ipamalas ng kabila and it's Quezon completely taken over in the last half of this game.
Ika nga ng marami, parang diesel nga itong Quezon Tangerines team na once na nag-init na sila, tuloy-tuloy na talaga silang nag-layup and they really showed no mercy hanggang dito nga sa ating set 4.
And this is definitely them playing no pressure from what we saw. Not a lot to play for. Only the bronze medal, which is still as important as achievable. And yan ang pinanghahawakan ngayon ng Quezon Tangerines. They might not get the gold, which they were completely used to, but they got a 22-25, 25-11, 25-9, and 25-18 for your smart, powered-up plays in this bronze medal match. Let's take a little bit more look dito mismo sa ating match summary. The errors is really what's surprising me here, but the attacks are a bit of an upside here, Jelanta.
Exactly. Actually, in all fields, they really dominated. Lalo na dito, may kita natin their blocking was twice that of itong si Negros. And sa aces, despite medyo magkalapit yung numbers, actually, yung aces ng Quezon Tangerines came at very crucial times to really just further that lead, really extend and make them sprint to that finish line. Pero itong ang opponent errors, actually marami-rami for both teams. Pero nga, itong Negros really gave a lot of errors that they actually did not have the leisure to give to reigning or former champion teams such as itong Quezon Tangerines natin.
Props to the Negros Immaculada Mega Wide, and congratulations to the Quezon Tangerines for getting third place. But today, after this, when we go to the break, we are about to find out if Dasmariñas can take the gold at home floor, or will the Binyan Tatakjel Arellano Lady Chiefs take us to a game number 3. In behalf of our courtside reporter Quinn Barcarce and my partner Jelan Le, my name is Hans Galeria. Stick with us because the gold medal match of MPVA Season 2 is happening when we return.